So, hi guys, Stoomboy, MMA UK News for the MMA UK BJJ show. So, tonight again, we're talking about SGI8. SGI8 is going to be Saturday, the 9th of October. Usual place, Maryhill Community Halls. Doors open at 5 o'clock. I think the first fight kicks off 5:45, which I believe is the quarterfinals of the 8-man tournament. Tickets available only from either directly from the Scottish Grappling Facebook page or the SGI page, which will then take you to Eventbrite. It is a ticket event purely because it being a council building, so obviously track and trace is in place, so you definitely will not get any tickets on the door at all. So make sure you do get your tickets beforehand. Ticket prices, £20 a ticket. Usual deals are in place. Buy 5 tickets, you get them for the price of 4. 10 tickets, you get them for the price of 8. So £80 for 5 tickets. So promise this to be a fantastic event from start to finish. As I said, with the final match going to be the 8-man tournament final. Obviously £500 up for grabs for the winner of that, and obviously the SGI belt for the open weight tournament winner as well. So obviously fights throughout the night. As I say, there's going to be male and female fights. One of the fights we're talking about tonight is going to be Gavin Macqueen, MNBJJ, against Kenny Haswell of 10th Planet. So Gavin, obviously my guest, I've been fortunate enough, or Gavin will probably say unfortunate enough for him. We've been training for the last, I think about 4 years. So it's been absolutely... Yeah, just a fantastic training partner that Gavin's been. I've been able to see Gavin grow over the last kind of 4 years. So he's definitely a fantastic, not just training partner, but obviously competitor as well. Most recently at the Scottish Grappling event over in Ravenscraig. So obviously had a fantastic gi and no gi performances out there. And then previous to that, he was on SGI, fought Jamie McDonald and come away with a submission victory on the last SGI. So Gavin, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. How you doing?
Not bad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, listen, it's
bit more formal than normal was.
Definitely. We're not slagging each other off. Do you know what I mean? I'm not always sending Gavin telling him I'm coming to get him, and then when we get to the gym, he kicks my ass. So it's good fun. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously back training now. So how's it been? Obviously with the gyms being fully open and having obviously everybody that's in the gyms now.
It's a big improvement. I've obviously been quite lucky. Through lockdown, I've managed to train right through my brother. So I moved back home, and we just got a carpeted rug basically and put it down the garage. And the two is trained right through. So from that kind of side of it, I've been fine. I've trained consistently, but obviously training with Mark constantly isn't fun. So it's been good to have everybody back.
That's how Mark's so good. Then he's been training with you for the last 18 months.
Now obviously I've got a few more partners that are easy enough. Boys at Lycans obviously smash a lot of them. Glasgow's tough, but it's good to get it's good to have the gyms back, isn't it? Have everyone back, seeing each other.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I mean, certainly MNBJJ and Lycans. I mean, the level of guys coming out there is some of the top guys in Scotland. So it makes obviously our training. If we're training for like competitions and stuff like that, or not even training for competitions, it just makes our training that bit more better.
It is hard, to be fair. Like I think, like you say, every single time you go to the gym, there's very few people you think, oh, that'll be an easy round. It's very rare to get a round that isn't going to really push you. So we're lucky.
Yeah, definitely. And then for you, as I said, last SGI obviously against Jamie McDonald. Jamie's a big lump of a guy, but as I said, you went in there, you managed to get the submission victory. I mean, how was it on the last SGI for you? Because I believe that was your first time on it.
Yeah, it was my first time on. I got a message the week before saying there was a possibility. I think Jamie's opponent had pulled out, and it was meant to be under 95. And I've put a bit of weight on since then, but at the time I think I was like maybe 91 kilos, and I said, yeah, that's perfect. And then accepted it. The next day they said, can you do under 100? So just went under 100. It was fine. It was good experience. It was different to what I expected, to be honest. I thought I would be a bit more nervous than I was, but it didn't feel any different than any other competition, other than the rules obviously were a bit different.
Yeah.
Which I think, to be honest, suit me more than the point stuff. So
yeah,
it was good. I enjoyed it.
because I noticed me and you were in the back having a laugh and a joke and stuff like that, and we were dead calm, we were relaxed. Do you know what I mean?
You were on it as well, right enough. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, yeah. So, but we were in the back just having a laugh and a joke, and I remember people, because obviously you look around and people are all nervous and all that, and then they just see fucking me and you slagging each other off and carrying on and all that. Do you know what I mean? So,
I think I just try and take my mind off it. I try not get stressed. It's just a grappling match, isn't it? Do it every day in the gym. So
definitely.
I think if I got my own head, I'd end up fucking having to leave the venue. So best just joking about it. Right.
Yes. And then what about you? I mean, obviously, because everybody mentions nerves. I mean, how do you kind of battle with the nerves then, if any nerves do come? So, I mean, what you...
I think you're lying if you say you don't get nervous. I think everyone gets nervous, but just it's something that we do for fun, isn't it? It's not, you do it every single day. Obviously, there's the butterflies and the nerves, but they're needed. They're good. So I just try and just go out and treat it like I do every day in training. Just go out and enjoy it.
Definitely. That's the fun part. The hard part's the training, the actual fights themselves. I always say they're the fun part. Do you know what I mean? So I always look forward to them. So training's always an absolute nightmare. So it can be a nightmare, especially if you're building up to big competitions or SGIs and stuff like that, because it's always tough training.
Oh, definitely. Like I say, in our gym, we've not got many people that are easy rounds. Yeah. So it's always very, very taxing when you're in training. By the end of the week, I'm always desperate for a day off.
Definitely. And then obviously SGI8 then. So Kenny Haswell. So how did you find out about this fight then?
Sharpie just WhatsApped me and said, Kenny Haswell under 95 kilos. You all right with that? I just said, yeah. I don't know too much about him. He's 10th planet, obviously, so he's from a good gym. You kind of, they've obviously all got their own games, but kind of that 10th planet style, attacking the legs and stuff, I'd assume. Yeah. It's what I'll be up against. So.
Yeah. And that's something, I mean, obviously especially if you're talking about leg locks, I mean, we've got one of the best leg lockers in the game in our gym, Jack Brown.
Yeah, we've got a few. We've got Jack, we've got Sharpie, Shawnee, even the Boa. He's good with his leg locks. So got a lot of people are quite dangerous there. I feel like I spend a lot of time defending them, so quite comfortable there.
Yeah. So, but again, obviously, hopefully, Kenny's going to come with not just a leg game, as he's going to come with other things in his bag as well.
I'm sure he'll have a complete. He'll be a good grappler. I'm fully expecting someday. Very good.
Definitely. And then I'd say you were last out in Scottish grappling, obviously at Ravenscraig. So, I mean, how was it? I mean, obviously we had the big layoff, and then eventually we had the competition where we had everybody there, spectators and stuff like that. I mean, how was it to be eventually back on the competition scene?
It was good. I only had Ashley, who you were chatting to last night. I didn't enter the absolutes. I only had him in my division, so it was only one gi, one no gi. But it was good to be out back competing again. It was well turned out for as well. There's a lot of competitors, so I think everybody's obviously been desperate for a chance to get back out there.
Yeah, and even the spectators as well. I mean, I remember kind of Evolution of Combat where during the lockdown where there was no spectators. It was just the guys went out and it was eerily quiet. And then even when we were at the last Evolution of Combat at the place in Kilmarnock, or just outside Kilmarnock, and there was a few hundred people there, and even at that, it still felt eerily quiet until like the main event and stuff like that. So having everybody back.
It's a good atmosphere. It was because there was a lot of people that were there just to watch, so the whole felt absolutely packed, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And then, what about you? Plans for the future then? So obviously, we've now got the first competition, Scottish Grappling, out the way, and then we've obviously got the SGI. So what's your plans going forward?
I've not got much lined up, to be honest. I've just got SGI coming up. I think I'll probably do the Glasgow Open and then try and get one down south somewhere, maybe before the end of the year. Quite like to do some in the gi again as well. So I'll probably find an open, do a gi no gi.
Yeah,
before the end of the year.
Yeah. And what about IBJJF? I know you had the trip out to the Euros
Yeah,
a couple of years ago. So would you think that'd be back on the plan if it come up?
yeah, definitely. I was really wanting to do no-gi Euros, but obviously with COVID and stuff, I'm not sure if IBJJF's back yet in Europe yet. But as soon as they are, I'll get a trip somewhere and get competing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I definitely next year, if it's back, I want to do the Euros, no-gi Euros.
Yeah, yeah. I know that they've not made any announcements yet. I know they're having competitions all over the US and things like that. So there's been nothing mentioned that I've seen in regards to
Yeah,
Europe yet. Obviously, Europe's a little bit different COVID-wise in relation to the rest of the world. So, so fingers crossed we can get something.
yeah,
Hopefully, summertime. I think probably we'll hopefully be able to see like the British or the London Open in Marchish.
yeah,
Obviously the British and all that May, June time. So fingers crossed we can get them all back up and running.
yeah.
So
It'll be good when they're back. Still part of me, I'm not sure about travelling just now.
yeah,
Worried I
yeah,
get stuck out somewhere and then you're away from 2 weeks or whatever.
yeah, definitely.
So,
Just don't be like Sharpie, mate. Make sure
no,
you get to the plane on time.
I'm nothing like Sharpie. He is a clown.
And then, what about you then? Obviously, man, you've been around for a while, been around for a number of years now. So, I mean, if
Yeah.
there was a dream match for you, jiu-jitsu wise, who would you fancy seeing yourself across?
I don't know, man. That's put me in the spot. You talking somebody in Scotland or somebody in the world?
Yeah, listen, anybody at all, anybody. Who would you? I mean, for me,
Oh, man.
obviously, Rodolfo Vieira. I mean, I got the chance to
Yeah.
obviously roll with Rodolfo a couple of years ago down in Greenock, and it was awesome. That was my dream
Yeah.
guy, and obviously, to get the chance to roll with him was
You talking
unbelievable.
about that? I would love to have a role with Damien Maya. Would not like to
Yeah,
have a match with him because he'd just absolutely dismantle me. So it'd
yeah,
just be pointless. But it'd be cool to roll with somebody like that. He kind of. I watched the UFC and then obviously he was the first. Well, not the first one, but the first one I watched. Pure
yeah,
jiu-jitsu guy that came in. That's what kind of moved me to jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
So it'd be
yeah.
cool to get a role with somebody like that. I think.
Damien Maya, yeah.
I went to his seminar a couple of years ago now. It was brilliant. It was really,
That
really
was
good.
we were over there, yeah, Hit Squad one. So
Uh,
that was a good seminar, good seminar.
uh,
So I remember I'm taking pictures after it and stuff like that. And
uh,
sound guy, really, really nice guy as well. So
yeah, yeah. He was brilliant. To be fair, like, it's kind of obviously MMA focused. But even at that, for just a grappler, you could take so much away from it. The way he controls people.
yeah, yeah. So Damien Maya, and then anybody you then want to shout out to. So obviously friends, family, anybody that's been with you throughout this whole time.
I just everyone at Marcos's, everyone at Likens, all my training partners, everyone. There's a big group of us. Everyone knows who we are.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, I think my level has improved massively just by training with these guys every day.
Yeah, yeah,
So I need to
definitely.
thank them. I begrudgingly thank them.
Well, you thank everybody apart from Davy Sharp. So
I wouldn't
I don't know
thank
what it
Sean
is.
either.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what it is. The Davy Sharp seems to have it in for you, Macqueen brothers.
He's drunk on power. He's got the coach in his title. Just drunk on power, man.
So now he's got a couple of classes. That's it. Powers went
That's
to his
it.
head. So, but no, listen, Gavin, I'm looking forward to seeing you. As I always love training with you and getting time on the mats with you. Do you know what I mean? As I said, it's always a laugh. We always sit there and we'll be serious from time to time. We'll have good chats and then we'll just have a laugh and stuff like that on the mat. So it's always a pleasure. Obviously, spending some time on the mats with you.
Sharpie's just messed me there, saying, "Oh my god." I'm really looking forward to it. I'm obviously need to thank James for giving me the opportunity and Kenny for the match. So I'm looking forward to it and hopefully we have a good match next Saturday, whenever it is.
Yeah,
The 9th.
9th of
9th of October. Couple of weeks.
couple of weeks away, yeah. So 2 weeks on Saturday. So 2 weeks Saturday, SGI8, 9th of October. Again, doors open at 5 o'clock. Make sure you get your tickets beforehand because you're not getting in the place if you do not have a ticket, as they due to it being a council building. So make sure you get your tickets directly.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at messages coming through my phone.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine some of the messages. I'm surprised none of them commented on here. We were expecting it. We were expecting it, but they're obviously they don't want it published. So, but no, listen, fair play to them. But yeah. Looking forward to seeing you, Gavin. I'll be in. I've got a flu at the moment, so I'm not coming anywhere near the gym. I know that we're quite big at the moment, obviously flus and anything else. So I'll be back hopefully next week. Be back. So let's now make sure you're ready for SGI.
Brilliant. Cheers.
All right, buddy. Thank you again.
Good man. Cheers.
Enjoy the rest of your night, mate.
You
Take it
too.
easy.
Bye bye.